Hello, and welcome back to Wise Relation. Today we will be discussing why self-motivation is ruining your life. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get more videos just like this. Motivation is key to success, but too often people rely on self-motivation to an unhealthy degree. When motivation becomes a substitute for actual accomplishment, it can lead to stagnation and failure. Motivation is essential to achieving any goal, but overusing self-motivation can actually prevent you from reaching your full potential. If you rely too heavily on your own resources, you may be unable to take advantage of opportunities that come your way or develop the necessary skills for success. Over time, reliance on self-motivation can lead to feelings of anxiety and depression. Why self-motivation is ruining your life. Self-motivation is one of the most praised and essential traits a person can have. It is what drives people to be successful and achieve their goals. However, self-motivation can also be its own worst enemy. When it becomes an obsession, it can drive people to do things that are harmful to themselves and to those around them. You're motivated to do things you don't want to do. There are times in everyone's life when they are motivated to do things that they really don't want to do. This may be because they feel like they have to do it, or because they feel like it is the right thing to do. No matter what the reason, it can be tough to get yourself going when you're not feeling motivated. There are a few tricks that you can use to help get yourself moving when you're feeling unmotivated. One of these is to break the task down into smaller parts. This will make it seem less daunting and more manageable. You can also try setting a deadline for yourself, so that you have a sense of urgency to get the task done. Another way to motivate yourself is by focusing on the positive outcomes of completing the task. You put unnecessary pressure on yourself. It's not easy being perfect. You're always under pressure to succeed, to be the best, to make everyone happy. But what happens when you can't keep up the facade? When will all that pressure finally become too much? It can ruin your life. You know what I'm talking about. That nagging feeling that you're not good enough, that you could be doing better. It's a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and overthinking that can quickly become debilitating. Before you know it, you're paralyzed by fear and anxiety, unable to do anything because you're so worried about messing up. This is what happened to me. For years, I put unnecessary pressure on myself to be perfect. I was so afraid of making a mistake that I stopped taking risks and stopped living my life. You can't enjoy the moment. It's summertime, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and you're stuck inside working. You can't help but think I wish I was outside enjoying myself. But you can't enjoy the moment because you're too busy thinking about how you should be doing it. You're caught in a vicious cycle of not being able to enjoy yourself because you're worried about not being able to enjoy the moment. This inability to simply enjoy life is ruining your life. It's hard to relax and to have fun. In our fast-paced society, it seems like everyone is always on the go. We are so busy with work, school, and our social lives that we don't take the time to relax and enjoy ourselves. This constant pressure to be productive is ruining our lives. We're so focused on what we have to do that we don't take the time to enjoy ourselves. We're so stressed out that we can't even relax and have fun. This is having a negative effect on our mental and physical health. We're not getting enough sleep, we're not eating properly, and we're not taking care of ourselves. We need to learn how to relax and have fun if we want to be healthy and happy. Tips to stop self-motivation from ruining your life. Self-motivation is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can lead to great things. However, when it is misused or taken to extremes, it can be damaging and counterproductive. In order to get the most out of self-motivation, it is important to understand its limitations and use it in a healthy way. Here are some tips for avoiding the negative effects of self-motivation and using it to achieve your goals. Number 1. Be realistic about what you can achieve. It is important not to set unrealistic goals that you cannot possibly achieve. This will only lead to disappointment and frustration. Number 2. Make sure your goals are meaningful to you. Don't set goals just because other people think they are a good idea or because you think you should. Make sure your goals reflect what you really want out of life. Number 3. Be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. If you are not good at something, don't set a goal that requires this skill or strength. Instead, find areas where you do have these strengths and use them to achieve your goals. Number 4. Use the SMART goals technique to help you set goals and monitor progress. The SMART in SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The S in SMART goals stands for specific. In order for a goal to be effective, it needs to be specific. A specific goal answers questions like, what needs to be completed? Who is responsible for it? What steps should be taken to achieve it? The M in SMART goals stands for measurable. Specificity is a good starting point, but an important factor involves establishing goals that can be measured. This makes recording progress and knowing when you have reached your goal easier. The A in SMART goals stands for achievable. At this phase, you must take a reality check, evaluating whether your objective is a realistic possibility, or if it is merely a lofty goal that will assuredly fail. Ask yourself, is your outcome feasible? Can your team realistically achieve it? The R in SMART goals stands for relevant. Here's where you want to think about the bigger picture. Why have you set the goal you set? The T in SMART goals stands for time-bound. In order to measure success, you and your team members must be on the same page about when a project goal has been reached. What is your time frame? When will your team begin creating and implementing tasks they've identified? When will they finish? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and be sure to turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.